a hidden jewel, and a timeless game. These are the things that comes into my mind whenever I think of Muramasa Rebirth. From tactical high-speed battles to gorgeous visual designs, it is all enough to give anyone a truly compelling and unique experience worth remembering for a lifetime. The greatest thing that Muramasa can offer is its beauty. Aside from combat, which is its foundation, it is easy to notice the effort and dedication invested in every detail and aspect of the game. As expected from Vanillaware Studios, known for developing gorgeous and cutting-edge games like Odin Sphere in the late 2007, they've done it again in Muramasa and created a gorgeous universe filled with wonders. Muramasa sets in 17th century Japan during the era of Shogun Tokugawa Tsunayoshi, and the story mainly revolves around our two main characters, Momohime and Kisuke, as they unravel their intertwined destiny. Each character has a different sides and motives that makes the story compelling and intriguing at the same time. As I go deeper in the story and explore new areas, I can't help but to be amazed with the stunning graphics and visuals that this game has. I found myself frequently stopping in a spot and marveling all the new things and places that I have discovered, appreciating what's in front of me. Not just in places, anyone can see the passion that has been poured in enemy design, especially to the bosses. Expect famous magical creatures from Japanese mythology, and most of them are unforgiving, even in the easiest difficulty. They are not just beautiful but yet programmed to be formidable to make your stay worthwhile, and I believe that the other parts of it should stay as surprises. One thing that I need to point out is how well done the Japanese voice acting, and it was really superb in my opinion, as I felt the characters' emotion or what they wanted to do.
そのような懸念は無用。いずこへも迷わぬように、今ここでメイドに送ってやろうぞ。柳生新影流の非容疑、今見せてくれ。
こうなりゃこの着付け様がまとめてぶった切って悪霊どもを払ってやるからよくよく感謝しろい。
Plus the orgasmic mood-setting soundtracks that let me feel the situation wherever my character was in, and it was really a huge plus. I wanted to give my regards to the voice actors who provided such quality work. However, I noticed that there were happenings in the story that lack of cutscenes, giving me an impression that I have missed something, and these happenings needs at least special pre-rendered cutscenes that explains what happened. Like here in this clip, where a boss attacked Kisuke and the next thing was, Kisuke was already on the ground explaining what just happened. I believe a special cutscenes can deliver the said moment and fills in the gap that I missed, rather than the regular dialogue that forced me to picture out that specific moment. Aside from its beauty, Muramasa excels in its gameplay given it is a 2D side-scroller. Each battle were exhilarating and fun. If you think this is your regular hack-and-slash action game, think again. It might be forgiving in the easiest difficulty, which is Legend, and you can breeze throughout the story, but I recommend raising the standards at least to Chaos difficulty to fully experience the game and see its potential. Players who are new in real-time action games are welcome to stay on the other hand at Legend difficulty, and for those who want challenges, there is Fury mode to play with 1 HP only, which is the hardest. Each story run usually lasts 3 to 5 hours but can be done in 2 hours for speedrunners. This is relatively short even if there's multiple characters to play with. The story has so much potential to get few more chapters, and we only got 7 chapters on each character. Defeating the boss on a specific chapter grants a Muramasa sword that can destroy a specific barrier that leads to new regions. Momohime and Kisuke can only progress linearly between unrestricted regions at first, but surely one can explore and backtrack all of it in endgame. Second to the outstanding visual is the game's battle mechanics. Momohime and Kisuke can equip 3 katanas, which are the Muramasa blades, and each sword has its own skill set. Given that the battle are fast-paced and in real time, Strategically juggling with the said swords to gain the upper hand was truly engaging, giving the battle more depth rather than to mindlessly hack enemies. If you think you can hack away, especially in endgame caves or dungeons, it isn't gonna happen. Your sword has spirit gauge or energy and it depletes when you use secret arts or blocking attacks. Once the energy depletes, your sword breaks, leaving you with a poor amount of damage and the inability to guard enemy attacks. In higher difficulties, I am forced to parry, evade while performing combination attacks, and strategically outsmart my opponents, making the whole battle system truly satisfying, especially in boss battles. Performance-wise, I am dealing with hordes of monsters most of the time and I did not encounter any frame drops or slowdowns at all. Just a smooth as butter experience all the way to the end. This is very important in real-time action games since frame drops usually affects gameplay and players' reaction. Designed with quick loading times to maintain the synergy between exploration and battles. Character growth is pretty straightforward. You gather experience and souls by defeating enemies, and the higher the level, the better stats that the character has as expected. Leveling is fair as one can reach the level 99 cap by grinding or finishing all the side quests in the game, which I will be more in depth later on. Let's move on to swords forging. The game lets you forge and enjoy new swords with new abilities with the expense of souls and spirit. Forging thus follow a path, meaning each sword has its own prerequisite for you to forge, and basically, swords in the latter part of the path are the strongest ones. Forging served as my driving force to grind, and I found it really amusing to get more swords, and I was eager to know what's the ability of the next one, so I just kept on moving forward. Kisuke or Momohime needs to reach the vitality and strength requirement of a specific sword for them to equip it. We know how to gather souls, but what about spirits? You can stockpile spirits by eating in restaurant or by eating your own cooked food. Vanillaware games are known for this method, and I can't deny it's a nice way to break the norm. Money to eat in restaurants comes abundantly after battles, and you can always buy food ingredients to cook anywhere. Just take a look at those eye-candy Japanese cuisine, and those presentations really makes me hungry. To compensate the relatively short main story, Muramasa Rebirth has a fair amount of post-game content. For players who are asking for more, this is where the real fun begins. From here you can complete the Caves of Evil, where you can hone your skills, as these caves has the hardest monsters in the game, and the last caves are meant to be completed with level 80 to 99, so that will be more grinding. While trying to complete the said caves, you can either look for good accessories to improve your builds, or you can forge new swords. For trophy hunters, it will require few more runs or saves to 100% complete the game. It will also require a challenge to at least finish the game in Fury mode in both characters, thus it will truly add in replay value, and pretty much one can get everything in 70 to 90 hours. If I will rate trophy completion difficulty, it will be a 6 out of 10 in my personal opinion. But the post-game content can surely satisfy hardcore gamers out there. Muramasa Rebirth will surely be remembered as one of the most gorgeous games in PS Vita. In spite of its short storyline, the outstanding visuals, engaging gameplay design, smooth battle experience, and fair amount of in-game content makes it up for it. Definitely recommended to any RPG fan, and for those who does not have that much experience in real-time action games, this is a good game to start. Be sure to check this game out, and that's it for now. If there are points that I have missed, share it with us in the comments. Thanks for watching, and feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and for more Muramasa updates, keep it locked here at NZXT, empowering gamers that will touch lives. Signing out.